and welcome to the second Knot of the Week video. In case you missed the first one, my name is Allison. I work for Campus Recreation as part of the Tribe Adventure program. And the knot that I was going to teach you guys today is called the double-fisherman knot. This knot looks like this, and it is used to connect two pieces of rope, either to make a loop or to connect two pieces of rope back to back to extend the rope. This is a better kind of example of it. You can see the two different knots. But yeah, it's a really cool knot, and we'll go ahead and start to tie it. Alright, so to tie this knot, you're going to need two separate ends to tie together. I'm using two different pieces of small cordage. If you have cordelette laying around at home, which is a little thicker than this, a little thinner than rope, you can use cordelette. You can also use two ends of rope if you wanted to, if you have any climbing rope on hand. You can also practice on a shoelace, but I would advise that you not use anything flat. Like this is webbing, and this knot isn't really great for tying two pieces of webbing together, so I would avoid using a flat piece of cord to practice this knot on. The first step in tying a double fisherman is choosing which end you want to be your working end and which end you want to be your standing end. So I would like to tie a yellow fisherman knot around this blue end. So my blue line for now is going to be my standing end, and then I'm going to use this yellow line to work around the standing end and start to create my double fisherman knot. To start, now that I've chosen my working end, or my standing end, now that I've chosen my standing end, I'm going to take a hand. I like to use my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'll use my left hand. And you'll grab the line and point your thumb in the direction that your working end is going. I'm basically going to use my thumb to build the knot around. It's a good guide to use for this knot. So I've got my thumb pointed in the direction of my working line on my standing line. Make sure the standing line is pointing the opposite direction of your working line, because these knots are going to end up opposing each other. Point your thumb in that direction, and then using, about 8 to 10 inches of yellow line, you're going to take your working end and wrap it around the blue cord and then also around your thumb. And you'll wrap it once over diagonally and then twice over to make an X over your thumb. This X is really crucial to make sure the knot is tied right. So you've got this nice X over your thumb. Your thumb is kind of holding the knot in place, and then you'll take this line and working around your thumb, tuck it back up in the direction that your thumb is pointing and through the middle of that X. So then you can pull, you can remove your thumb once this step is done, and just gently pull and tighten, and you'll end up with this really pretty cross knot. It'll have an X on one side, and then it'll be two parallel lines on the other side. And that is the first half of the double fisherman. Alright, so the first half of our double fisherman is done. We've got one fisherman knot on this side. So to complete this knot and complete attaching these two cords together, we're going to flip all of it over. It can help to have this X facing up on this side. And then basically our lines are gonna switch roles now. So my yellow line is now going to be my standing line. My blue line is going to be my working end. And so we're going to repeat the process that we did on the yellow line with the blue line by now grabbing the yellow line with a non-dominant hand, point the thumb in the direction of the working line, make sure they're going the same direction, you'll take the working line and wrap once diagonally and then twice to make an X around your thumb, making sure that you're trapping this yellow line as well as your thumb. And then you'll take the end of the working line and tuck it back up and under the center of this X. Again, just like we did on the other side. It's a little harder to see because it's blue now. And then once you've got all that, you're going to tighten. Just pull and tighten, pull and tighten. And now you've got two X's that are going to nestle really, really nice and neat next to each other. You've got your yellow X and your blue X right up against each other. And then on the other side, you just see two seamless parallel lines. So you know that this knot is tied correctly when you've got 4 parallel lines on one side of the knot, and then 2 X's sitting snugly next to each other. And then as you can see, if I pull on opposite ends of this line, those knots are just kind of tightening against each other. So it's a really cool way to connect 2 pieces of cord.